What makes The Batman a masterpiece? The Batman is one of the best crime action comic book movies to ever exist. And the director Matt Reeves does a perfect job with lighting, panning, and mise-en-scène. Robert Pattinson plays one of the greatest Batmans I've ever seen, and his performance as Zoe Kravitz and Paul Dano make the movie a complete masterpiece. But why? It's not the lighting, it's not the panning, and it's not the mise-en-scène. Even though in this movie they're used almost perfectly. Like the shadows that Batman hides in for lighting and the Riddler envelopes that the Riddler leaves around is a perfect mise-en-scène. But I think there's one more film technique that is used perfectly. In my opinion, the tracking makes the Batman a masterpiece. The plot is that the mayor of Gotham City was killed on Halloween by a masked villain, the Riddler, played by Paul Dano. The reclusive billionaire Bruce Wayne, played by Robert Pattinson, has been the masked vigilante Batman for the last 2 years and is working with the police and Catwoman, played by Zoe Kravitz, to hunt down and arrest the masked villain Riddler. Scene 1. The investigation scene.
Whoa. Police action.
He's with me, officer.
Are you kidding me, sir? You gonna let him in here?
Martinez. Let him through.
Goddamn freak.
In this scene, the mayor has just been murdered, and Batman is brought to the scene. This is one of the best scenes for tracking, because the whole scene, you are following Batman. You are seeing through his eyes, and you really get to feel what the Batman is feeling. Going through the room, you sort of feel like not only is Batman trying to solve the crime, but so are you. And that makes this scene so much fun to watch. Scene 2. The car fire scene. One of the best scenes in the Batman. Batman was just in a chase scene, and the car he was chasing crashed, and Batman came out of the fire to apprehend the criminal. During the entirety of the scene, you get two perspectives. The first perspective is the perspective of Batman, and the second perspective is the perspective of the criminal in the car. When having the perspective of Batman, you feel like the superhero in the movie, and you are made to hate the criminal, and seeing through Batman's eyes makes you feel like you finally caught him, and you are ready to take him in. When looking through the perspective of the criminal, you get a whole new feeling. You can see the fear in his eyes, and how scared he is, and how menacing Batman is, and you feel like Batman is trying to apprehend you. So you got two perspectives throughout this entirety of the scene, and both perspectives make you feel a different way, and that's why the scene is so good, and one of the most famous scenes in the Batman. Scene 3, Batman hanging off ledge scene. Batman is hanging off the ledge while the Riddler has him at gunpoint. In this scene, one perspective is shown. Batman's perspective is showing every move he makes and how blurry his vision is, showing him that first time in this movie he's actually scared. And how scary it is for him. And the scene is really showing you through the eyes of the Batman and making you feel like you're part of the movie and you're really scared, which is a great way to show tracking. And adding Batman's emotions made the scene very compelling and very connecting. And that is because during this whole movie, you've never seen the perspective of Batman, and that's why I think this scene, the tracking is used the best, because it shows you a new whole side of the menacing, vengeful, brave Batman, finally scared, and making the scene a masterpiece. And that's what makes this movie so great. Most of the movie you feel like you are there, and that is because of the tracking, which is why this scene is so good, and why it is one of the best in the entire film. Tracking is what makes the Batman a masterpiece. Seeing perspectives of the characters really makes you feel like you're the main character movie, and how it is used in the Batman makes the movie phenomenal, and that is why the tracking in the Batman is a masterpiece.